poor single dad was fired without warning. Then one call took down the entire company. The cardboard box burst open as it hit the rain-soaked pavement. Family photographs, a little girl's handmade birthday card, worn-out work gloves, and 8 years of loyal service scattered across the sidewalk, while dozens of employees watched in silence. Behind the glass doors of Foster Precision Group, executives smiled as security escorted Daniel Carter away like a criminal. They believed they had erased one poor contractor from their payroll forever. What they never imagined was that the broken single father walking into the storm carried something far more powerful than revenge. Hidden inside his old backpack was the truth that would soon bring their billion-dollar company to its knees. Before we continue, if you believe kindness still matters, that hard work deserves respect, and everyone deserves a second chance, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to Beyond Inspire. Your support helps us share more inspiring stories that remind the world humanity is never out of style. Daniel Carter had learned long ago that life rarely gave second chances. 5 years earlier, cancer had stolen his wife, Emily, leaving him alone to raise their 6-year-old daughter, Lily. Since that heartbreaking day, every morning had begun before sunrise and ended long after dark. He worked every shift available, skipped meals to save money, and quietly ignored the pain in his aching back, because every extra hour meant another meal on the table, another school book for Lily, or another month's rent paid on time. His dreams had become simple. He no longer wished for vacations, expensive cars, or promotions. His greatest wish was to see his daughter smile without worrying about tomorrow. Although Daniel wore a contractor's badge, everyone inside Foster Precision Group knew his value. Whenever expensive production machines failed, engineers called Daniel first. He had an extraordinary ability to solve problems that others considered impossible. He never sought recognition. Every repaired machine meant another factory running, another deadline met, and another paycheck earned honestly. Yet despite his loyalty, he remained invisible to upper management. They celebrated executives with awards while men, like Daniel, quietly kept the company alive behind the scenes. Everything changed when Victoria Langford became Chief Operations Officer. She arrived with impressive speeches about maximizing profits and cutting unnecessary expenses. Investors applauded her bold plans, but employees quickly discovered that compassion had no place in her strategy. Contractors, temporary workers, and older employees became numbers on a spreadsheet instead of human beings with families waiting at home. One rainy Monday morning, Daniel received an unexpected email ordering him to report immediately to a conference room. Nearly 30 contractors sat there nervously, exchanging worried glances. Before anyone could ask questions, a manager entered carrying termination envelopes. No appreciation, no explanation, no warning. The company had decided to eliminate contractor positions effective immediately. Security guards stood beside the exit to ensure nobody returned to collect personal belongings after leaving. Daniel tried explaining that he was in the middle of repairing equipment essential to production. He reminded management that unfinished maintenance could become dangerous if ignored. Nobody listened. His access card was deactivated before he even reached the parking lot. Outside, rain mixed with tears he refused to let anyone see. He carefully placed Lily's framed photograph inside the cardboard box, picked it up, and began walking away from the only stable job he had known in years. Behind him, laughter echoed from executives celebrating another successful round of budget cuts. The bus ride home felt longer than ever before. Daniel stared through the rain-covered window, wondering how he would explain everything to Lily. She had already lost her mother. He couldn't bear watching her lose the only home she had left. That evening, Lily greeted him with the brightest smile in the world, proudly showing him a gold star she had earned at school. Daniel forced himself to smile back, hiding the fear growing inside him. While she excitedly described her day, he quietly calculated overdue bills in his mind. Rent was due in 2 weeks. The electricity notice sat unopened on the kitchen table. Their refrigerator held barely enough food for several days. Over the next month, Daniel searched tirelessly for work. He visited factories, repair shops, construction sites, and warehouses. Everywhere he heard the same heartbreaking answer. Business was slow. Positions had already been filled. Applications would be kept on file. Each rejection felt heavier than the last. Still, Every evening he returned home pretending everything would be all right. He helped Lily with homework, cooked simple dinners, and read bedtime stories exactly as Emily once had. After Lily fell asleep, Daniel often sat alone in darkness wondering how much longer he could protect her from reality. One evening he noticed Lily quietly opening her little piggy bank. She carefully counted every coin before placing them into his rough hands. It wasn't much money, but to her it was everything. She believed it could help pay the rent. Daniel's heart shattered. He hugged his daughter tighter than ever before, silently promising himself that no matter what happened, he would never stop fighting for her future. That same night, while organizing old work documents, Daniel discovered a folder he had almost forgotten. Months earlier, he had documented repeated safety concerns inside Foster Precision Group. Faulty machinery had been deliberately kept running. Maintenance inspections had been falsified. Broken safety systems had been ignored because shutting production down would reduce quarterly profits. Daniel had saved emails, photographs, repair reports, inspection requests, and maintenance logs simply because something inside him warned that innocent workers could eventually be hurt. He had never planned to expose anyone. He simply wanted the truth preserved. The following morning, after one sleepless night, Daniel made a single phone call. Instead of contacting reporters or posting online, he contacted federal workplace safety investigators. Calmly and professionally, he explained everything he had witnessed over several years. Then he submitted every document, photograph, maintenance report, and email he had carefully preserved. The evidence shocked investigators. Within days, inspection teams arrived unexpectedly at Foster Precision Group. Executives initially welcomed them with confident smiles, believing the visit would end quickly. Instead, investigators uncovered years of concealed violations. Emergency shutdown systems had been bypassed. Safety inspections had been forged. Financial records showed contractors had been illegally classified to avoid employee protections. Several machines operating inside the factory presented immediate dangers to hundreds of workers. Production stopped instantly. Government agencies launched multiple investigations. News helicopters circled above company headquarters. Television reporters filled the sidewalks where Daniel had once carried his cardboard box in humiliation. Investors demanded answers. Major clients canceled contracts. The company's stock price collapsed as scandal after scandal emerged. Executives who once celebrated Daniel's dismissal suddenly faced public investigations, legal hearings, and criminal inquiries. The empire they believed was untouchable crumbled, not because of revenge, but because years of dishonesty finally met undeniable truth. Ironically, Daniel never celebrated their downfall. He felt sadness for the honest employees who also suffered because leadership had chosen greed over integrity. Several weeks later, one of the investigators recommended Daniel to another engineering company known for putting safety before profit. During the interview, executives spent less time discussing his technical skills and more time praising his character. They wanted leaders who would protect people even when it was difficult. Daniel accepted a permanent position with excellent pay, healthcare benefits, flexible hours, and opportunities to continue growing professionally. Life slowly changed. The overdue bills disappeared. Lily received the school supplies she had quietly gone without. They moved into a small but beautiful house with a tiny backyard where they planted flowers together every spring. Watching those flowers bloom reminded Daniel that even after the harshest winter, life always finds a way to begin again. Months later, Lily entered a school writing competition. Her essay was titled "The Bravest Person I Know." She didn't describe movie heroes or famous athletes. She wrote about a tired father who never stopped believing in honesty, even when the world treated him unfairly. She wrote about a man who taught her that true strength isn't measured by money or power, but by doing the right thing when nobody is watching. As Daniel finished reading her essay, tears filled his eyes. For the first time since Emily's passing, those tears carried hope instead of heartbreak. He realized something priceless. The company had fired him without warning, but in doing so, they had unknowingly freed him to build a life far greater than the one they had taken away. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Beyond Inspire. Your support encourages us to continue sharing meaningful stories that inspire millions around the world. Blueheart special request. Before this story ends, please comment. Truth always wins. We'd also love to know which country you're watching from. Life has an extraordinary way of rewarding those who refuse to give up. Sometimes the greatest blessing arrives disguised as the greatest loss. Daniel lost his job, but he found his dignity. He lost a company that never valued him, but he gained a future where honesty,